Why you stealing every day, bro? Put my strap on you. Why you stealing every day? Why you stealing every day, bro? This is not good, bro. I'm telling you. This is not good.
Hey, let me get a swisher though. Can I get a stripper? Hey, can I get a swisher? Let me get a swisher.
Back up. Back up. Put a gun on this.
Oh, just let them go. There's nothing you can do. But it's nothing you can do. It's like they're not gonna do nothing. You just have to just friend, you have insurance? You have insurance?
What?
Did you have insurance?
You ain't got insurance.
No, it hurts you? God damn. Ain't nothing you can do there. There's nothing you can do, man, until you call police. Ain't nothing you can do, man, until police come in. Hey, don't. Hey, ain't nothing you can do, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Several days later.
Following developing news in Stockton, we have now learned the store clerks seen on a video beating a man who was trying to steal from their store are now under investigation for assault. So here's how it all started. The video shows this man going into a 7-Eleven in Stockton and emptying shelves of cigarettes into that large trash can. The video then shows the two clerks try to stop him before hitting him with a stick more than 24 times. The store clerks now say this man stole from their store 2 other times and threatened them. Stockton police say they are investigating the man who was beaten for robbery and the clerks for assault. When the investigation is complete, it will be sent to the San Joaquin County District Attorney for review. Then it's going to be up to the DA to determine what charges, if any, are filed against the store clerks.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about a tragic story. A story that is tragic, not because of the alleged victim in this situation, but because of the law-abiding citizens who basically had to do what they had to do to stop a thief, who in this situation, again, a lot of people are saying is the victim, from vandalizing their store, okay? And it involves some Silk employees, and what I mean by Silk, I mean like, I guess, Indian-ish, red dot Indian-ish employees at a 7-Eleven in Stockton that decided to take matters into their own hands when a homeless man comes into the store with like a garbage bag and just starts stealing things off the shelf in front of their face. I mean, just straight up taking everything off the shelf in front of their face, and they decide to apprehend the suspect and then start to beat him, right? They started to beat him. And a lot of people are crying foul. They're saying that the Silk employees, the employees went too far. Now, I'm going to play the news clip of this. And obviously, as you guys know, I can't play the whole video, the part where they're actually beating the guy, because the video will get age restricted, right? It might get age restricted anyways. I don't know, right? But you guys know how YouTube is. So I'm going to play the part up until the guy actually starts to get beat, okay? Just to keep it, you know, friendly, right? For YouTube. If you guys want to see the uncensored version, you know where to find it, right? You know where to find it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play this news clip, because again, these employees are now facing investigation for doing something that I feel like, you know, we probably don't see enough of when it comes to thieves actually facing punishment for their actions. Take a look.
Yeah, Eric, Nikki, 2 employees at the 7-Eleven here right behind me, right across from the Stockton Police Department here, had just about enough around 2:45 in the morning on Saturday when one man came into the store, jumped across the counter, and started raiding the shelves for himself. Now, that man, who goes by the name of Dito, was standing there and taking video for as long as he could stand before he decided to do something about it. Now, I want to warn our viewers, you may find some of the contents of this video you're about to see somewhat disturbing.
Ain't nothing you can do, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
See, that's when he started hitting him. The other gentleman who was there stops him, holds him. The other employee grabs a stick, and he just started going to town.
Dito watches the beating on his phone Thursday night from the very same lens he filmed the attack from, across the cashier counter.
So I'm shocked, like, What am I watching? What am I seeing now?
The scene sticks with Dita 5 days after he found himself as the lone bystander, just stopping in to grab gas and an energy drink.
Hey, why are you stealing every day?
There's a guy that comes in and walks right directly behind me, goes around the counter, takes a big garbage can with a black bag in it and start unloading everything in it.
The two 7-Eleven employees keep their distance as Dita tries to distract the man.
I kind of try to throw him off by saying, give me a swisher. Can I get a swisher?
But the man reaches for his waistline, a threat that he has a gun.
Kind of said, I got a strap, back up.
But one employee calls his bluff and wrestles him to the ground.
Now it's getting out of hand.
His coworker swings a large wooden stick, hitting him over and over.
Dang. Is this right or wrong?
Internal debate Dita didn't act on immediately.
Kind of like torn in between two places here. Red to black. We have different styles of Stay Winning, Northern Cali winners.
The owner of Stay Winning sympathizes with the 7-Eleven clerks after his boutique was burglarized last month.
They bust the window, climbed over, and took items and went out the store.
Dita replaced the glass and strung up some barbed wire to prevent another break-in. And after enough swings and screams,
Let's do the right thing here. Let's do the right thing.
No more, please.
Dita prevented the beating from turning bloody.
And I was like, no, that's enough now. That's when I knew I got to go get him and save his life.
Dita picked the man up
You better walk tonight.
and helped him out the door.
Be cool, man.
Leaving with bruised legs, the man's only break, Dita deciding to take off his shop owner hat and stop the man's suffering.
You know, I wouldn't put my hands on a customer or, you know, I mean, I could replace the pants. I could replace a hat, you know, but I can't replace life.
Now, Stockton police tell us they were called to the 7-Eleven on Saturday and took down a report. They're now investigating to try to figure out exactly what happened on that Saturday morning. As for 7-Eleven, I went into the store today to try to talk to some employees. They told me to go ahead and reach out to 7-Eleven corporate, which I did for comment. We are still waiting to hear back. Live in Stockton, covering local news that matters. I'm Asa Morrow, Fox.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Okay, there's so much to talk about here. Okay, first and foremost, you got to understand where this occurred. It occurred in Stockton, California, right? California, where it's effectively legal to steal, right? If you're stealing less than, I think, $900 worth of stuff, right, you're going to get a slap on the wrist. Okay, this homeless man probably has done this probably tens of dozens of times. Okay, and he probably has been arrested a few times. And he gets a slap on the wrist, right? It's catch and release. Let the criminal out. Let him go steal again. Again, this person was stealing cigarettes, probably to try to sell the cigarettes or something like that. Instead of getting a real job, right? This person, again, lives a life of crime. I have no doubt in my mind they have a long rap sheet of doing this. That's why this criminal felt so comfortable going into this store and doing this, because they know that, well, if I get caught, right, and, you know, they actually call the police on me and I get arrested, I'm just going to get released. I can just go do it again. I'm not going to face any consequences, right? That's what they know. And you know that that's how it works based off the commentary from the person recorded. The person recorded was like, well, we can't do anything. Can't do anything. We got to just wait until, you know, the police come or whatever. And, you know, doesn't matter if your stuff gets stolen. However, in this situation right here, these employees who, again, seem to be, you know, I guess Sikh, I guess that's how you pronounce it, Sikh or Silk or whatever, right? They was like, no, we had enough. This person has been in here stealing multiple times. This person is threatening us, okay? This person said, I got a strap or whatever. I got a gun, right? But they called his bluff. They called his bluff and said, you know what? We're done with this, okay? And they gave this person what, you know, is a... what I would say a non-Western punishment, right? I would say third world, but I don't want to be offensive, okay? Because who knows? Maybe some of these places like Saudi Arabia, I wouldn't necessarily call it a third world country. Again, this is more of a non-Western punishment where, again, in countries like that, if you steal or you get caught stealing like this person, you know, in some cases you may lose your hands, right? They may cut off your hands because you're out here stealing. So I think that this person actually got off pretty easy, okay, just with a beating, right? That's a pretty easy punishment for what could have happened if this person was doing this in another country that has a zero tolerance for this type of stuff, especially considering how this was so brazen. The person goes into the store, just steals right in front of their face. He's so emboldened by the fact that effectively this is legal in California, doesn't feel like anybody's going to do anything to him. And then, you know, you got people out here that want to feel bad for the guy, right? Just because he was screaming and he was in pain. Well, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, this is what he signed up for, right? F around and find out. This is what you signed up for. Everybody's just not going to react the same way. People aren't just going to take it, okay? People aren't just going to keep taking it. Because this is happening all around the country, and these criminals have been emboldened. They've been empowered because of woke DAs, because of assault on crime policies to do this type of stuff, and the people are fed up. Law-abiding citizens are fed up with this, okay? Our tolerance for this stuff has come to a halt, right? There's zero tolerance for this stuff anymore, okay? Again, that's why you have songs like Try This in a Small Town, because effectively in this country, in places that are liberal like California, this stuff is allowed. And in some cases, it's encouraged. They're going to say the black homeless man was getting his reparations, right? He was just getting his reparations, okay? It can be replaced. And I'm going to tell you something. I mean, that shop owner, right? He owned a different shop. He was like, well, it's just, materialistic stuff. It's just items or whatever. We're talking about a human life here. Well, I'm going to tell you, there's some people that don't think that way. There's some people that actually do care about their stuff and their own livelihoods in regards to being able to feed their families and not having their businesses closed because of thieves, more so than they care about a thief's life. And I don't blame them for that, right? Because again, if it's between the life of a thief, okay, and a business store owner, being able to feed his family and not being robbed out of business, I don't blame the business store owner for choosing to defend his business, right? To defend his lives, to be able to feed his own family, right? Even if that means that, hey, the thief has to lose his life in the process, because again, the thief should not be stealing. And because there's no consequences for these actions, these thieves continue to do it, right? And the people that are suffering the most are the law-abiding citizens. What happens when when the justice system isn't doing its job in locking these criminals up, these repeat offenders, which is no doubt in my mind, this homeless man was a repeat offender. What are these business owners left to do? When you have the police that have been defunded, right? They're short on officers. They can't get there until the thief has already left and gone, right? What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Let your store get robbed out of business? Again, get tough on crime, and then you don't have to worry about law-abiding citizens taking action or taking matters into their own hands, right? Again, I'm sick and tired of the simping for criminals, man. I don't feel bad for this homeless man one bit. At the end of the day, he shouldn't have done it. And he kind of got off easy, considering how, again, if he would have done this in another country that has a, smaller tolerance for this type of stuff, he probably would have lost a hand or two. Right? Probably would have lost both, considering how brazen it was caught on camera, right? So again, I think the criminal kind of got off a little easy here. Maybe, just maybe, he will think twice before running up into somebody else's store and stealing their stuff. He should get a job. Okay? And that way, he ain't got to worry about this stuff. But again, we have too much sympathy for lazy folks who want to commit crimes in order to live, who are career criminals. And I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. So many people are sick of it. And this is what you're saying. You're seeing people's frustrations boil over, and now they're taking action against these criminals, right? But again, the woke revolutionaries like Hassan Piker, they're going to cry, oh my God, this is racism. It was just cigarettes. It was just $1,000 worth of stuff. You can replace it. The criminal's life matters. Okay, I'm done with these people. I really am. Law-abiding citizens are done. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.